Hi everybody, it's Kim George or Kimberly George. I'm Kim Likes to Color with the number 2 on Instagram and also Snickerdoodling LLC on Instagram and Facebook. And today I wanted to share with you 5 reasons why coloring mandalas can help improve your overall coloring skills. And I wanted to do this video because I know mandalas aren't for everybody. There are people that just want nothing to do with them, don't care for them, and that's totally cool. We all have our preferences and things we like to color. Like I don't like horror books. I'm a scaredy cat. But we all have different things, right? But I'm going to share with you 5 ways that having a mandala book and coloring mandalas can help improve your coloring skills. So let's start with number 1. The number 1 reason, and this is not in any particular order, is it's a great way to test out new things you haven't tried before. So you remember we did this gemstone here, and also we did our bubble. So this is a good way to test this out before you go and experiment on like a Johanna Basford book. We pay a lot of money for these books, and I kind of wrestle with experimenting on one of these books because you only have one shot to get it right. It's kind of like if you're the photographer at a wedding, you have one shot to get the cutting of the cake correct, right? Same thing here. You don't want to mess up one of these pages, or maybe you do, I don't know. But if you had a book like this where it's a little more dispensable and throwaway, you could practice on these techniques on your mandalas. Other things that you could do, other techniques, like here's a hot and cold technique that I did for a monthly coloring challenge on my Facebook page. And here is, I've shared this with you guys before, practicing with my drips. And then, yeah, so there you go. So coloring, practicing new techniques you haven't tried before, that's a great way. So that's number 1. I'll be back with number 2. Okay, reason number 2 why coloring mandalas can help improve your coloring skills. This is a great proving ground for testing color palettes. So you want to put colors together, you're not sure how they're going to work. You can take out one of your mandala pages and just sort of goof around on it and try your different color palettes. So here are some examples of color palettes I tested using my mandalas. So there's this one, which is kind of springy. This is more of a Christmassy vibe. I had a lot of fun with this. This is alcohol markers, by the way. And this one, coloring gold. That was kind of a fun palette, especially with the slate gray. I wasn't sure how the gold and the gray and then that dark brown was going to work, so I stuck it here on a mandala. This one, I did not intend to color with a lot of black on this one, but then I messed up and I got to cover my mistake with black. But again, it's an experimentation in color and trying different things. When I throw a color palette together, I try to put together colors that I think naturally go well, and then I try to throw in like a really unexpected color. So here, that might be the gold. Here, this one, this is the first time I ever tried to color a metallic silver. So again, this is a great way. That also goes back to number 1, testing new things. But number 2, this palette, using this gray, was really different for me. And here's more of a Christmas palette with a muted gold kind of effect. And again, so just trying to play with different colors. And so it's a fun way to just throw them together and experiment. And I'll be back with reason number 3. Okay, reason number 3. You can test your color blending with your mandala pages before you take it to, again, one of your more expensive books. So here I wanted to, I did a lot of gold on the crown, but maybe I've never colored gold before, so I want to figure out how to blend that. So we are live right now. I'm going to test out a new technique. So here I colored gold, but I want to try to blend it. So I actually have, I don't want to tip this too far, some mineral spirits. I'll put the link in the description, but we're going to see. So again, I haven't done this before, so we'll find out if this actually really works and if it does blend as nicely as it's supposed to. So, but again, so this is why you can use your mandala pages to try this out, see if you like it. Y'all are probably laughing if you've done this before, and I'm probably making a mess of it, but you can see, yeah, it's blending nicely. I should go from light to dark though. Whoops, and there's a mistake. But it's a great way to test out blending techniques. Like maybe you want to test out alcohol markers and blending with alcohol markers, and you don't want to ruin one of your nice books. So there you go. Oops, now that really messed it up, but I don't care. That's what it's for. This is a test. So testing out your blending and your color penciled skills, your alcohol marker blending skills, this is a great way to do it. I will be back with reason number 4. Okay, reason number 4 that coloring mandalas can help improve your overall coloring skills. It is a great place to test playing with light and shadow. So you have so many little quirky shapes and designs and spaces on your mandalas that you can really trick it up and play with light and shadow. So I think some of you may have watched my video on how to add depth and dimension to your coloring pages. So this is the completed page, but you can see here light and shadow. This is another example of where I tried to do like a recessed look. So playing with light and shadow to get more three-dimensional there. This one has a little more shading to try to get dimension. This isn't my favorite, but it is another example of trying to add dimension and test that out. This one was a lot of fun, and I cut it out. I can't even tell you why I cut it out. I don't know. But another place where this actually is reason number 2, playing with color palettes, and 4, playing with depth and dimension. And here's another example. So you can see there's lots of quirky little spaces. And it's not just in my books, guys. It's any mandala books. It's like a fun playground for all of these things. I feel like the Macy's department, no, not Macy's, what is it? The Macy's department store Santa saying, you don't have to buy my books, go to Gimbel's, they have some too. So just any mandala book, pick one up, you'll enjoy it. So, but again, it's an opportunity to test out, do I understand light and shadow, and how can I play with it to make my techniques better as a colorist overall. So then you could take it to a Johanna Basford book, a Maria Troll book, what is his name? Kirby Rosane's book. I'm sorry, guys. And then here is another example of light and shadow. This one was a lot of fun. In fact, I love this color palette. I am a fan of pinks and browns, so you will see that quite a bit in my work. And then this one I thought was really effective to getting that dimensional aspect to the page. So that is reason number 4. I'll be back with reason number 5. Okay, reason number 5, why coloring mandalas can help elevate your overall coloring skills. Honestly, coloring mandalas, you have so many fun designs that they can stimulate your mind and boost your creativity, just overall, just from doing something different, coloring something different than you normally do. Like I look at this, and I love these little sections that are hatched off. I think of like candy canes wrapping around something, or little bubble clouds. For those of you that saw my Distress Ink video, here's how I chose to color this mandala. So this is a work in progress. I'm not done with it yet, but you can see that I'm taking a completely different creative approach to how I'm coloring this. Instead of coloring each little block and space, I'm looking at it as if it were like one metallic object and light is being splashed on it and coloring it that way. So there are lots of different things you can do, but it definitely, here, maybe you want to test out coloring your flowers here before you color them in a Johanna World of Flowers book. But it really can help boost your creativity. It's also very relaxing. Some of the patterns can be very zen. My patterns are a little more funky, but if you want the more traditional patterns, those books are out. There's literally thousands of mandala coloring books on Amazon. But you can find those. And there's something very therapeutic to the repetition of coloring a pattern for me, not for everybody. I acknowledge that. So, but it is something that can help improve your focus. Like if you wanted to practice coloring tiny spaces, you wanted to use your alcohol markers. But again, it really helps you think outside the box a little bit more, which you can take to your other additional coloring pages. So I hope this really is a helpful video for you guys. So again, the 5 reasons are, it's a great way to test out new techniques. It's a great way to try new color palettes, a great way to test out your color blending skills, playing with light and shadow, and then just boosting overall creativity. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share this video if you found it helpful. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Bye-bye.